medic, the healer of the group, and probably one of the most crucial survivors too. You're meant to keep your team alive and healthy so they can continue doing the objective and sparring with the killer. You don't heal much, but that heal could be the saving grace of an entire round, depending on how good that teammate is. You're important. Don't go poking your nose in areas you know you won't escape, and don't let the killer find you. Though that kind of advice, I guess, could be said for any other survivor, but enough talk. Let's get into the info. Your stats consist of you having 90 HP, which you're very squishy and susceptible to damage because of this. You're basically a 2 to 3 hit shot from any killer, and traps are a lot more harmful than if you're playing a different survivor. Your walk speed is 12, your run speed is 24, and your stamina is 100. Kinda what most of the survivors in this game have. Heal is your first ability, and what you'll be using to heal your teammates. Once you press the ability key, you'll be highlighted green and be put into a stance of offering a heal. You'll be stuck in place until a teammate accepts the heal, or you cancel the heal via pressing the ability key again. If a survivor accepts the heal, you'll be put into a cancelable animation of wrapping the survivor's arm. You heal back 5 HP every 2 seconds while this animation is playing, and it caps out at 30 HP given back. Or until the time limit is either finished, or you cancel it, after which you'll be put on cooldown for 45 seconds. If a survivor is already over 100 HP, or hits 100 HP while being healed, you'll start to give that survivor 5 overheal, and this caps at 25, which overheal will take any damage the killer inflicts to that survivor. I should let it be known that pressing any movement key during this process will cancel the healing. You should only be really using this ability when you know for sure that the killer isn't around to come and hit you out of it, or also making sure the project isn't underground. Self-heal is your second ability, and is used to heal yourself. Upon pressing the ability button, you'll crouch down and begin to use the medkit on yourself. This will heal back 5 HP every 1 second until the time limit is over and the animation ends. This ability heals for 40 HP max and goes on cooldown for 60 seconds. You cannot move nor cancel this ability. The only way it'll end is when the time limit ends, or if the killer hits you out of it. Even if you heal yourself back to full, it won't end. You, again, want to be using this ability when you know the killer isn't revealing you, or if the killer doesn't know where you are. There's not much else I can really say about this ability, just be very careful when you're using it. Like I mentioned earlier, you're extremely crucial to your team. You can be the one who entirely changes the round's trajectory, if you're playing with smart teammates that is. Your heal is very useful for giving survivors who are one hit a chance to live again, or continue to loop the killer for a little longer. Some newer players might not understand that if they move during the heal, they will stop it, or some petty people might see your avatar and stop the heal, most likely dying a few seconds later after since they just didn't accept the heal. Even worse if they accept it and then cancel it immediately since that puts you on cooldown. I'm unsure if this mechanic is bugged right now or not, but medics are able to see their teammates' health, though this rarely shows up and will just randomly show up sometimes in like different servers. This also persists onto killers and other survivors for whatever reason, but eventually just disappears. I'm really not sure if this was meant to show up for medic or not, since it's kinda buggy, I guess. But the only way you can tell a teammate is low, if the HP doesn't show up above their head, is by how heavily they're panting. The heavier the panting, the lower they are, so pay attention to that. Lots of my medic rounds consist of me just kinda walking around, not really doing much since my teammates are really ever looking for me. I might heal one or a few survivors, but I'll mainly be self-healing. In a best case scenario situation, your teammates will be looking for you, or you'll be letting them know where you are, if you're like, I guess, in a VC and whatnot. And you'll be healing people, while others do objectives or fend off the killer. This type of cooperation is rare though, so don't expect it to happen every match. Maybe you could try staying in the same area until the killer comes around, but that type of strat relies on your teammates being smart and knowing you're still in the spot that you healed them at. If you know for a fact that survivors are fending off the killer and don't need that healing, you could try helping with objectives and hoping the killer doesn't break away from those survivors. Your abilities go on very long cooldowns, so try healing the lowest player, or heal anybody within your proximity if, you know, they're close enough for you. You don't want to be seen by the killer. If a killer knows you're medic, they might try and get you out first, which is kind of on par for most ASIM games. So again, don't go poking around unless you're looking for a survivor or something. Just keep an eye on your surroundings is kind of just what I'm trying to say here. Other than that, medic is quite important in most aspects of a round, so just try and stay alive and just do your best. Not much else I can really say about them though, so that's kind of it for now. Well, I hope you found this useful in some way. Medic is a very good class, but can easily fall apart with how squishy they are with only having, 90 HP. If I got anything wrong, or if you want to add on to anything I said, feel free to do so in the comments. I don't mind being corrected. I hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. I'll be back for Security Guard next, but with that being said, have a good rest of your day, night, or maybe evening, and I'll see you guys later.